Hello guys, Dello304 here. See, we're at the library. Anyway, it's a Sunday. Figured I'd make a video before, I have to go back to work. Anyway, this is going to be a little update video on what you see before you, my car. Of course, the 2013 Honda Accord Coupe EX 6-speed manual with the 4-cylinder. Just figured I'd make a little update video since, of course, a couple of things have happened to it, as you may be able to tell by looking at it. But I just wanted to go ahead and touch on those things and then kind of give an overview of how the car is doing. First of all, let's just go ahead and talk about that. The car is absolutely amazing. Totally in love with this car. I do not love it any less than the day I picked it up. This has been by far the best car I've ever had in my entire life. Now, I've only had 2 cars, so that's not saying a lot, but I love this car. So, the car, I've had it about 4 months now, and I obviously drive it pretty much every day, and I haven't really had any issue with it. The only thing that did happen actually is that in this headlight we got some water moisture condensation in there, but that turned out to be just a kind of like a bulb seat issue, because I pulled the DRL bulb out and then I put it back in, and then it hasn't happened since. So that problem is basically solved. So that's pretty cool. Other than that, everything else in the car looks good. Of course, it is black, as you may be able to tell if you have a brain. The black paint is kind of I mean, I always told myself that I wasn't going to get a black car, and just because it gets really dirty after a while. Now, I just washed the car 2 days ago, and of course we already have, some dust on it and stuff, just to kind of make it look not so good. Of course, this is pretty good lighting, so this type of lighting hides a lot of the dirt and dust, but yeah, black car is kind of a struggle to keep clean. Of course, I do have a California duster, one of those dusters that's not supposed to scratch the paint, in the trunk, and I use that pretty often, but of course you can't use that past a certain point when the car gets dirty, so that would kind of suck. Let's go ahead and do a little walk around of the car. Of course, you might be able to tell, we'll get to those wheels in a second. I just want to go ahead and do a quick little overview of the car first. But yeah, no damage, of course, no structural damage. I haven't hit anything yet, so that's cool. I remember when I got my Eclipse, I actually was still learning stick at the time, and I was up a big hill, and then I kind of coasted back too much, and I grazed a rock, and it scratched the crap out of the bottom of my rear bumper. But that was a long time ago. That was like, wow, that was like 3 years ago now. Of course, gotta have my personal touch. We have an Apple sticker, and then of course I just have a little sticker that came with my LifeProof case for the iPhone, which I don't really use anymore. So yeah, yeah, other than that, the car is doing just fine. I did take the dealer plate off on the back just to kind of give it my own little thing here. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to the actual meat of this video. Of course, everything is everything that everybody wants to know. First of all, though, I did tint my windows, as you may be able to tell. They're obviously not 100% clear anymore, which is cool. I did that about a month ago. I tinted every window but the front windshield, obviously, because that's kind of dangerous. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's an EX.
Black, dude. Beautiful, man.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. But anyway, yeah, as you can see, some other people like it. I did do 22% all around on all of the windows, except for the windshield, obviously. So that's pretty nice. It doesn't really impair, any visibility or anything. It just makes it a lot nicer. It looks a lot better, and, in general, it just is a lot better. So, as you can see, the windows kind of blend in with the black paint, which is something I really like. So, yeah. That's the first thing I did. And then the second thing I did, which you might be able to notice, is of course I got new wheels. So I was never really a fan of the stock wheels on my car, and I decided to actually change those out yesterday, actually. So I did go with the Axis Sport XQs, which are supposed to be pretty decent wheels. I bought them from Tire Rack. I also got Continental Conti Pro contact tires on there. Of course, I bought them from Tire Rack, and they mounted and balanced them before they even shipped them out. So that was cool, and yeah, that's about it. They came in the mail. I had them shipped. Well, they didn't come in the mail, but I had them shipped to a local wheel installer, a Wheelworks location around where I am, and they went ahead and installed them for me. So that was cool. That was just yesterday morning now, but yeah, really happy with the way it looks. I like the whole black stealth kind of look, and yeah, I'm like a 5-spoke kind of wheel guy, so those definitely are really nice. So of course, I'm really happy with the way the car turned out. This really, just those two things alone just make the car look really, really awesome in my opinion. So yeah, that's about it for the outside. I only have 4 minutes of recording left, but I think I can squeeze everything in. All I'm going to do is just go in the interior and start her up, and then that'll be about it. But yeah, the interior is also one of my favorite things. I love it just as much as I love the exterior of the car. So yeah, it's just very laid out. I love the look. I love the look of the gauges. I love the manual transmission. Cloth seats are pretty decent too. So let's go ahead and step inside. I'll go ahead and start the car up. Of course, I have to use my other hand. It is push to start, obviously. So let's go and start her up. So we are sitting at 34,658 miles right now. I bought it with 27,000 about 4 months ago, so you know, I've put about 8,000 miles on there. Well, getting close to 8,000 anyway. And yeah, that's about it. She runs right, of course. You know, this is a pretty low mileage car. Everything's perfect. The only thing that sucks in the interior is this sun visor, which I have put a binder clip on so it doesn't hang down to here. Sorry, so it doesn't hang down to here and smack me in the face. It doesn't hold it up all the way, but it's good enough for you know, it's good enough for a normal use. I will replace this whole thing at some point, just when I get around to it. And yeah, my tire pressure light just flashed, but that was probably just calibration like it usually does. I pushed the TPMS calibration, but I don't know if I've done enough cumulative driving in the specified driving range for it to recalibrate the sensors. But yeah, anyway, everything's still pretty clean in here. I got just some stuff in there, not much. I mean, you know, I try to keep this car pretty clean. But yeah, of course, air conditioning is something that I absolutely definitely need, and I use it all the time, and I still seem to get, you know, pretty good gas mileage. Let's go in here, and then yeah, as you can see, I'm getting pretty decent gas mileage for at least the way I drive too, so I'm pretty happy with that. Of course, I've been kind of gunning it lately, and I've been mostly city, so that's why I'm only getting 23 right now. But anyway, yeah, that's about it. Let me go ahead and actually pop the hood. Well, I guess I'll give it a little rev first. I can only rev it to 4,000 RPM because of it has a rev limiter to keep it out of VTEC and idle, but I'll go ahead and do it anyway. So yeah, next thing I want to do on this car is an exhaust, but that's probably going to be a ways away because I kind of just blew all my money on the wheels, so it'll be a while. Of course it beeps because the key's out of. But let me go ahead and pop the hood real quick. So it is kind of loud in here, but of course it is the K24W, which is the Earth Dreams version of the K24. Makes 185 horsepower at about 6,400 RPM if I'm not mistaken, and about 181 foot-pounds of torque. Of course you have the original battery, that's something I want to replace, but anyway, that's about it. Anyway, I'm pretty much out of recording time, so I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. But I would like to thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you later.